call this Pompano Beach CRA meeting to order, October 21st, 2025, at approximately 1 o'clock in the afternoon. If I could ask everyone to please silence their cell phones or put them on vibrate, that way we don't get disrupted during the meeting, that would be helpful. So please check those cell phones. Let's go ahead and call the roll.
Commissioner Pheasant.
Here.
Commissioner Perkins.
Here.
Commissioner Segerson Eaton.
Here.
Commissioner Smith.
Here.
Vice Mayor Fournier.
Here.
Mayor Harden.
Here, if we can all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very good, thank you. Let's see. On our agenda, any changes, Mr. Harrison? No, sir. Very good. Can I get a motion approving the agenda as printed?
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Thank you. That takes us up to audience to be heard. Mr. Alfred, do we have anyone signed up for audience to be heard?
Mayor, I have no sign-ups this afternoon.
Very good. That takes care of audience to be heard. That takes us up to our regular agenda. Item number 1 is a resolution.
A resolution of the Pompano Beach Community Redevelopment Agency approving and authorizing the proper officials to execute a strategic investment program grant agreement between the CRA and Jellyfishes, Inc. relating to the property located at 199 North Ocean Boulevard, Pompano Beach, 33062, providing an effective date and for other purposes.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded for discussion. Good afternoon, Evan. Go ahead. Turn it over to you.
Good afternoon, Chair, Vice Chair, Board members. Evan Camejo, Development Project Coordinator for the CRA. To begin with, I need to correct the source of funding for the record. The expense accounts need to be corrected to reflect the east is 160-1920-539.83-42, the Jellyfish Museum applicant. And the northwest is 150-1910-539.83-42, and that's for the 2201 LLC applicant.
Very good.
Thank you. All right, so today we received an application from the Jellyfishes, Inc. They're doing business as the Jellyfish Museum. This is for the Strategic Investment Program, a grant application. Turn it on, there we go. They are located at 199 North Ocean Boulevard. The tenant is the Jellyfishes, Inc. It is actually the old Wells Fargo building that you can see on the next slide. It's the exterior of the building there. So this is the scope of work. 5 exhibit areas will be created on the first floor of the building, along with an upstairs office area. There will be demolition on the first floor, along with plumbing, electrical, mechanical system upgrades, interior finishes, painting, and acoustical ceiling upgrades. Doors, partition walls, etc. will all be built as well. There will also be interior accessibility improvements, including accessibility pathways and restrooms. Alrighty, the total eligible project cost is $6,092.460. Our program contribution is $100,547. They're expected to spend over $1.3 million total, and it's to bring the creation of 10 or more jobs. And this is recommended by the ECRA for approval on October 2nd. This is a look at the interior of the first floor of the building, around 5,600 square feet. You can see that there is demolition that will take place on the upper right-hand side. You see a room there. In the bottom right, you'll see the teller's window will also be demolished. This is a layout of the floor plan demolition. And you can see the majority of the demolition takes place on the right side, with the north side being on the left side of your page there. This is a proposed look at the first floor. See, there's 5 exhibit areas outlined in the numbering in pink. which goes along with a photo area, a gift shop there in the bottom center of the page, the layout. There'll be 20 aquariums. Those are all outlined in the blue. Cylindrical aquariums as well, which I'm going to show in the next slides here. And there'll be a sculptures, a touch pool, wall of fame, again, photo area and gift shop, and technical rooms to go along with those aquariums. Here's a proposed look at the second floor. This is the office area. So you have an administrative room towards the top of the page, along with a locker room, break room. See there's a technical room for the jellyfish creation and production. There'll be restrooms created on the second floor as well, and another mechanical room at the bottom with another administrative area there. Here's some look at some inspirational photos. The creators of this business actually have a location in Kiev in Ukraine. So they come from overseas and they're trying to bring this business over to us here in Pompano Beach. You'll see in the upper right in this inspirational image, there's some of those cylindrical aquariums and some different sculptures and things that they're hoping to incorporate. The timeline for the contract, the building permit within 6 months of the effective date, commencement of construction within 12 months, and the work is to be completed no later than 24 months of the effective date. And the business owner anticipates completion within 8 months. Thank you so much. I'll now open up for questions.
Very good, thank you for that. This is a public hearing. Is there any input from the public on this item? Seeing none, public input closed. Commission discussion, questions, concerns? Seeing none, let's go ahead and call the roll.
Commissioner Fezzik,
Yes.
Commissioner Perkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Sigerson, Eaton,
Yes.
Commissioner Smith,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Fournier,
Yes.
Chair
Yes.
Mayor Harden.
Yes, item number 2 is a resolution.
A resolution of the Pompano Beach Community Redevelopment Agency approving and authorizing the proper officials to execute a facade and business site improvement program grant agreement between the CRA and 2201 LLC relating to the property located at 2201 West Atlantic Boulevard, providing an effective date and for other purposes.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded for discussion. Once again, Evan.
Alrighty. Evan Camejo, Redevelopment Project Coordinator for the CRA. Good afternoon again. This applicant is 2201 LLC. They are the owners of the property located at 2201 West Atlantic Boulevard. They're right across the street, just diagonal to the Walmart shopping center. Again, this is for the facade and business site improvement grant application. Again, this is look at the aerial view of the property. Again, it's just diagonal to right across the street from that Walmart on West Atlantic. I should specify as well, this is a home decor shopping center. So there are multiple businesses there that sort of coincide with that business. Alrighty, the scope of work includes demolition of round columns to be replaced with rectangular columns. This will open up some sidewalk space in that specific plaza. We're adding the applicant is adding architectural features, framing the storefronts of the building to offer a better view of the signage. In addition of a parapet at the top of each frame will be placed, and then painting of the building, the front of the facade, and the addition of scored stucco to kind of give that 3D effect a little bit with the framing. Also as well will be added some exterior lighting for the signage. Eligible cost under this program is $417,510. And then the maximum program contribution is $200,000 from this program. And that is because there are 6 contiguous addresses on one parcel of land that are all participating in the program. So the total project cost is over $600,000. And this again comes at the recommendation of the Northwest Advisory Committee. They recommended approval on October 6th. This is a view of the existing conditions. The owner has obligated themselves to remove these window clingings from the second floor there. This is a view of the rendering on the bottom. You can see the painting and the framing around the sign. There's kind of rectangular scored stucco that will be placed around that framing, and then the sign will be placed in the center of the facade there. And then the same for the other tenants here. You'll see that those signs will be present where it shows tenant, and then those squared columns there as well will be placed along with the painting. And a final look there at the color scheme and a better understanding of the project there. Timeline for the contract is permitting within 6 months of the effective date, commence construction within 12 months of the effective date, and the work must be completed no later than 24 months of the effective date. And the goal for completion is January 2026. Thank you so much. I'll open for questions.
Very good, thank you. This is a public hearing. Is there any input on this item? Seeing none, public input closed. Commission discussion. Questions? Vice Mayor, then Commissioner Smith.
Just a quick comment on this property. I know that there have been some issues behind this property with homelessness and dumping, and it's been kind of a difficult property. You know, I feel for the management and the business owners there. Do we know? I haven't heard anything in the last couple of months. Do we know if we've addressed those issues or if the owner has addressed those issues?
I'm sorry, specifically the homelessness issue?
And there's definitely dumping and homelessness issues back there. And I know that the BSO has been out there and worked with them, but I was just trying to get maybe an update on that because this site has been difficult.
At this time, I don't have that information for you. I'm sorry.
Does Newen perhaps have any idea on an update there? Because I know that the owner has worked on it also, but.
Yes, Newen Transieri, I'm director. So as I recall, I think it's the last commission meeting or the one before that, the owner was here talking about the rear of the property because he did seek commission approval for those items. He has been working, trying to clean up that site. He's out of the country right now, but when he gets back, we'll discuss any further help that he needs from BSO to clean up that area. I believe he has done quite a bit.
I do too, but do we know if there's any open code cases at this site?
I don't think so, because he wouldn't be applying for the incentives. We don't allow that as,
Okay.
As any code issues on the property.
And
I'll
I'm not
get
trying to
all
be
that.
punitive to him. I know he's trying and working with the city on this, but it has been difficult back there.
I'll work with code and the owner when he gets back to give you an update.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. Commissioner Smith?
I just want to say what an improvement for the properties there on Atlantic to see it upgraded and modern. District 4, I think it's a great add to your area. And hopefully the other businesses along there will take that as initiative to do some improvements in their properties. Good job.
Very good. Commissioner Fessick?
I'd have to actually agree. I spend some time over there in that area, between there, the post office and everything. This will be a nice welcome addition to really make that west side, west of 95, look a lot better and updated. So, Evan, I only have one thing for you because I think this is important. Every time we have this, I'd love to give anybody who's watching the opportunity to know if they have a business that might be in the CRA that might be eligible, how to contact, what that would qualify, and just how to get more information, because I think that there's a lot of people who hear these and they're like, oh, how can I do that too? So maybe if you just want to take a second or two to explain that.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. You can reach me by email, evan.camejo, CAMEJO, @copbfl.com. Happy to answer questions. You're more than welcome to drop by our office as well. All of our information is on the Palm Beach website.
Thank you.
Very good. Further commission discussion? Seeing none, let's go ahead and call the roll.
Commissioner Fezzik,
Yes.
Commissioner Perkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Sigurdson Eaton,
Yes.
Commissioner Smith,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Fournier,
Yes.
Mayor Hart.
Yes, that takes care of our regular agenda. No additional audience to be heard. Takes us up
addition-
to-
that's correct.
That's correct. Very good. That takes us up to reports. Mr. Harrison. Very good. Ms. McKenna, CRA attorney.
I have a report.
Okay.
The very worst thing that can happen to a lawyer professionally is a bar complaint. And on August 15 of this year, I was notified by the Florida Bar that a complaint had been filed against me. Ironically, that complaint was not filed by a client, which is typically how bar complaints come about. It was filed by a Pompano Beach resident. And the reason I'm raising it is because the complaint was based entirely on misinformation that came from social media posts and some statements from this dais. And so, fortunately, the bar, I was able to communicate all the public records that indicated that the misinformation was misinformation, and the bar cleared me in the middle of September. The reason I'm raising it is because it didn't just do harm to me. It did great harm to me. I have a 40-year unblemished career as a lawyer. But it also did harm to this Pompano Beach resident, because that resident was entitled to rely on whatever is said about the people that work for the city of Pompano Beach and the Community Redevelopment Agency. And so I just wanted to share that experience and urge everybody to consider public statements and whether or not they will unintentionally cause harm that wasn't intended. And I thank you for giving me that moment of privilege.
For your service. Our next meeting date is November 18th, 2025. Takes us up to CRA Board. Commissioner Fessick.
I just wanted to I just had a quick question, and it shouldn't take long. Related to contracts, I briefly mentioned this during our commission meeting. When we, as a board, approve contracts, is there any way that a contract can be executed without board approval?
I don't know the answer.
I guess
Ms. McKenna?
Well, there are numerous service contracts that get executed on a regular basis because they fall within the authority of the executive director. If there's a contract that's outside the authority of the executive director, then it comes to this board.
Okay. The only reason is because I mentioned that at this commission meeting that there was a particular contract that was related to, that was only signed by the mayor or our CRA chairman, but it just never came to us as a board. And so, I found another one, but I am waiting to dig a little bit more information for that as well. And so I would just like to make sure that we are actually seeing the contracts before they are executed. This one in particular was executed in April. And I kept searching for information, and we just did not get a copy of that. So, like I said, I just wanted to make sure I got clarification. Can that happen? And if the answer is yes, then that's fine. If the answer is no, I'd like to kind of ask a few more questions about that. Is it possible that the chair can just sign contracts for the CRA board without board approval?
Ms. McKenna?
I'm going to repeat what I just said.
Well,
If it's, yeah, it wouldn't happen if it's, Mr. Harrison knows the level of his authority as the executive director, and a contract that exceeded that amount would not be signed without coming to the board.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
Okay, very good. Thank you for that. Okay, Commissioner Perkins.
Thank you, Mayor. Just one thing I wanted to mention. I am having a meeting for District 4 on Monday, October 27th at 6 p.m. at the new Senior Activity Center, so don't mistake it for the E.Pat Larkin Center. So this meeting will be held at the new Senior Activity Center, 2005 Northwest 9th Street in Pompano Beach. Again, that's Monday, October 27th, 6 p.m., and this is basically a resource meeting for District 4, so residents in District 4 will know what resources are available to them and for them in the city of Pompano Beach. So I encourage everyone to attend if you possibly can and get the information you need to know. Thank you.
Very good, thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Segerson-Eaton.
Thanks, Mayor. Yes, I have just a couple things. This morning I attended a meeting with our Fire Chief Pete McGinnis, our Code Enforcement Director Mario Sotolongo, and Dr. Tammy Good from Engineering. And we met at the Heritage Station. And I just want to mention, and I had brought it up at the last meeting, that we have been working very hard with the management team there to nudge them to get some security measures in place. We've been working on this for a number of years, I'd have to say 3-4 years, and they've recently had put in for a permit to do a gate to secure their parking garage. However, when we looked into it further, they never followed up with any plans, any construction drawings, or anything like that. So we are, again, still working with them over there. It abuts our CRA, and we want to make sure that the residents are secured and can live in a safe environment, which currently has not been the case, in my opinion. So I just want to let the residents know that we are again reaching out to the management and the owners to correct that deficiency in design in the building. And the last thing I wanted to let everyone know and remind everyone, Sunday, this coming Sunday, out at Sand and Spurs, we have the Horses and Hounds Costume Contest. And it's just been a lovely event. It's a lovely venue. There'll be vendors and bounce houses and food trucks and horses, and dress up your pup, bring them out, and we do a little, best costume award, and music, and it starts at 3 o'clock out there right next to the blimp base for reference. And the parking's going to be at the northeast corner, a little different, at the northeast corner of the facility, and you'll see the signs, follow the signs around with the parking, and it'll be just a wonderful event. It's a pleasure to MC it every year. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Very good, thank you. Commissioner Smith.
I only have one announcement, and that is on October 23rd, there will be a street clean in Collier City and Esquire Lake.
Very good. Vice Mayor.
Thank you. I just want to talk about the parking lot north of Tiles of Pompano again. I've got an update from city management that still on the radar, but the local businesses there really need extra parking and have been pretty strong advocates for that over the last, 6 months or maybe more. And when the CRA wants to get things done quickly, we are able to do that. So I'm really hoping that we can get this higher on the priority list so that the local businesses there can continue to thrive. So anything that can be done to expedite the parking that is needed by those businesses would be appreciated. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. I've got no report. This meeting's adjourned.